Shirts of stuff fire to make yellow gown, a pair of lace boots with a lengthy heels on them and brassy eyes, a hat to suit it for a wedding day, a fine-tooth comb to be sent with 3 bearers of fur-turkis to Jimmy Fair's cradle cart on the evening of the coming fair to Mr. Michael James Barty. With the best compliments of this season, Margaret Barty.
Where's himself?
Is coming to Mr. James Murray Castle.
I didn't see him on the road.
How would you see him? And Derek night this half hour gone by.
I stood a while outside wondering would I have the right to pass on or to stop in and see you, Peggy, Mike. And I could hear the cows breathing and sighing in the stillness of the air, and not a step move in any place from this gate to the bridge.
And up the crossroads he has mate in Fennycullen, and a couple others are going along with them to Kate Cassidy's wake.
He's going that length in the dark night?
He is, surely, and leaving me safe lonesome on the scruff of the hill. Hasn't it long the nights are now, Sean Keogh, to be leaving a part of girl with her own self, counting the hours to the dawn of day.
If it is, when we're wed in a short while, you'll have no call to complain, for I've little will to be walking off to wakes or weddings in the darkness of the night.
You're making mighty certain, Shawny, that I'll wed you now.
Aren't we after making a good bargain? The way we're only waiting these days on Father Riley's death.
Stop tormenting me with Father Riley! But I'm asking only what way I pass these 12 hours of dark and not take my death with the fear.
Would I fetch you the widow Quinn, maybe?
Has it the like of that murder? You're not surely.
Then I'm thinking himself will stop along with you when he sees how you're taking on. For it'll be a long night time with great darkness. And I'm after feeling a kind of fella above in the furzy ditch, groaning out wicked like a maddening dog. The way it's good cause you have, maybe, to be fearing now.
What's that? Is it a man you seen?
I couldn't see him at all, but I heard him groaning out, breaking his heart. Should have been a young man from his word speaking.
And you never went near to see was he hurt or what ailed him at all?
I did not, Peggy, Mike. It was a dark, lonesome place to be hearing the likes of him.
Well, you're a daring fella. And if they find his corpse stretched out in the dews of dawn, what do you say then to the peelers or the justice of the peace?
I wasn't thinking of that. For the love of God, Peggy, Mike, don't let on I was speaking to him. Don't tell your father and the men is coming above, for if they heard that story, there'd be great blabbing this night at the wake.
I'd maybe tell them and I'd maybe not.
They're coming at the door, but you wished them saying.
Wished, you're saying.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless. Sit down now and take your rest. Hey. And how is it you are, Sean Keogh? They are coming over the sands to Kate Cassidy's wedding.
I am not Michael James. I'm going home the shortcut to my bed.
And he's braids too. And have you no shame, Michael James, to be putting up for the whole night and leaving me safe lonesome in the shop?
Isn't it the same whether I go for the whole night or for part only? And I'm thinking it's a queer daughter you are, if it has me going backward through the stooks of the dead women with a drop taken.
If I am a queer daughter, it's a queer father to be leaving me lonesome these 12 hours of dark, with the dogs barking and the calves mooing and the old teeth rattling with the fear.
What is there to hurt you? And you, a fine, hardy girl, would knock the head off any 2 men in this place.
As it were the harvest boys with their tongues ready for drink, and the 10 tinkers has camped in East Glen, and 1,000 militia. Bad sis to them walking idle through the land. There's lots surely to hurt me, and I'll not stand alone on it. Let himself do what he will.
If you're that of fear, let Sean Keogh stop along with you. It's the will of God I'm thinking himself should be seen to you now.
I would. And welcome, Michael James. But I'm afeard of Father Riley. And what would the Holy Father and the Cardinals of Rome be saying if they did hear I did the likes of that?
Ah, help you! Can't you sit in by the hearth with the light lit and herself beyond in the room? You'll do that surely. For I hear tell there's a queer fellow above, going mad or getting his death meat in the gripe of the ditch. So she'd be safer this night with a person here.
I'm afeard of Father Riley, I'm saying. Let you not be tempting me, and we near married itself.
Lock him into West Room. He'll stay then, and have no sin to be telling to the priest.
Go up now!
Don't stop me, Michael James. Let me out of the door, I'm saying. Let me out for the love of Almighty God. Let me out of it and may God grant me his indulgence in the hour of need.
Stop your noising and sit down by the hearth. You'll be going, is it?
Let me go, Michael James. Let me go, you old pig. Christ, that priest hung in the sky, caught a bishop and a cards for home.
Well, there's the coat of a Christian man. Oh, there'll be sainted glory this day in the lonesome west. And by the will of God, I'm a decent man, Peggy. The way you'll have no call to be spying after if you've a score of young girls weeding in your fields.
What right have you to be making game of a poor fella for minding a priest? When it's your own the fault is, not paying a penny pot boy to stand along with me and give me courage in the door of my work.
Where would I get a pot boy?
Michael James.
What is
The
ya?
queer dying fella's beyond looking over the ditch. He's come up. I'm thinking stealing your hands. For the love of God, he's following me now. If he's your gonna say, he'll be having my life.
God bless all here.
Now, lads.
I trouble you for a passer parter, woman of the house.
You're one of the tinkers, young fella, has beyond Captain the Glen.
I am not, but I'm destroyed walking.
Well, let you come up then to the fire. You are looking famished with the cold.
God reward you. Is it often the Polish to be coming into this place, master of the house?
If you'd come in better hours, you'd have seen license for the sale of beer and spirits written in white letters above the door. And what would the police want spying on me? Not a decent house within 4 miles, the way every living Christian is a bona fide, saving one widow alone.
It's a safe house, so.
Is it yourself is fearing the police? You're wanted, maybe.
There's many wanted.
Oh, maybe surely with the broken harvest and the ended war.
Aye.
Why? It should be larceny, I'm thinking.
I had it in me mind it was a different word. And a bigger.
Fair lad. Read our slap-tense good young fella that you don't know the name of your deed.
I'm slow at learning.
If you're a dunce itself, you've the right to know that larceny's robbing and stealing. Is it for the like of that you're wanting?
And I, the son of a strong farmer, God rest his soul.
And if it's not stealing, it's maybe something big.
Aye, it's maybe something big.
He's a wet-looking young fella. Maybe he followed after a young woman on a lonesome name.
Oh, the saints for it, big mister! I was all Tim's a decent lad.
You're a silly man, Jimmy Farrell. He said his father's a farmer and dares himself now in a poor state. Maybe the land was grabbed from him and he did what any decent man would do.
Was it bailiffs?
The devil of one.
Agents?
The devil of one.
Landlords?
Not at all I'm saying. You'd see the like of them stories on any little paper of a monster town. But I'm not calling to mind any person, gentle, simple judge or jury to the like of me.
Well, that lad's a puzzle. The world.
Be Dan Davies Circus. Try him again, Philly.
Did you strike golden guineas at a solder, young fella? Or shilling coins itself?
Did not, mister. Not sixpence nor a farthing coin.
Did you marry 3 wives, maybe? I'm told there's a sprinkle in it, I don't ask.
I never married but one, let alone a couple or 3.
Maybe he went fighting for divorce. The like of the man beyond was judged to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. Were you off east, young fella? Fighting bloody wars for the cruiser and the freedom of the wars.
I never left me own parish till Tuesday was a week.
He's done nothing so. If you didn't commit murder, or a bad nasty thing, or a false coining, or robbery, or butchery, or the like of them, there isn't anything that'd be worth your troubling to run from now. You did nothing at all.
That's an unkindly thing to be saying to a poor orphan traveller. Has a prison behind him and a hanging before, and hell's gap gaping below.
You're only saying it. You did nothing at all. A soft lad the like of you wouldn't slip to the windpipe of a screeching sound.
You're not speaking the truth.
Not speaking the truth, is it? Would you have me knock the head of you?
Don't strike me! I killed me poor father Tuesday was a week for doing the like of that.
Is it killed your father?
With the help of God I did surely, and that the Holy Immaculate Mother may intercede for his soul.
There's a daring fella.
Sweet Jesus.
That's a hanging crime, Mr. Honey. You should have had good reason for doing the like of that.
He was a dirty man, God forgive him, and he getting old and crusty the way he couldn't put up with him at all.
And you shot him dead?
I never use weapons. I've no license and I'm a law-fearing man.
It was with a hilted knife, maybe. I'm told in the big world it's bloody knives they use.
Do you take me for a slaughter boy?
You never hanged him? The way Jimmy Farrell hanged his dog for the license and had it screeching and wriggling 3 hours at the bottom of a string, and instead of swearing it was a dead dog, and the peeler swearing it had life.
I did not. I just rizzed the spade and let fall the edge of it on the ridge of his skull. And he went down at me feet like an empty sack and never let a grunt or groan from him at all.
And what way weren't you hanged, mister? Did you bury him then?
Aye, I buried him then. Wasn't I digging spuds in the field?
And the peelers never followed after you the 11 days that you're out?
Never a one of them. And I walking forward, facing hog, dog, or devil in the highway of the roads.
It's only with the common weekday kind of murderer them lads should be trusted their carcass. And that lad should be a great terror when his temper's roused.
He is, surely. And where was it, Mr. Honey, that you did the deed?
Oh, a distant place, master of the house. A windy corner, a high, distant hills.
He's a close man, and he's right, surely.
That would be a lad with the sense of Solomon to have for a potboy, Michael James. If it's the truth you're seeking one at all.
The peelers is there. And if you'd that lad into the house, there isn't one of them would come smelling around you. Dogs itself were lapping pochine from the dung pit of the yard.
Bravery's a treasure in a lonesome place, and a lad to kill his own father, I'm thinking, would face a foxy devil with a pitch pipe on the flags of hell.
That's the truth they're saying. And if I'd that lad in the house with me, I wouldn't be fearing the loose corky cutthroats of the walking dead.
Glory be to God.
Would you think well to stop here, me potboy, Mr. Honey, if we gave you good wages and didn't destroy you with the way to work?
Michael James, that'd be a queer kind to bring into a quiet, decent household with the likes of Peggy and Mike.
Wish! Who's speaking to you?
I'll bloody hand it.
Wish! What are you saying? And you, young fella, you'd have a right to stop on taking, and we do our all in utmost to content your needs.
And I'd be safe this place from the searching law.
You would, surely. If the peelers aren't fearing you itself, they're decent, trouty par fellows in this place. Wouldn't touch a cur dog and not give warning in the dead of night.
Let you stop a shirt wail anyhow. You should be destroyed travelling with your feet and bleeding blisters, and your whole skin needing washing like a wicklow sheep.
It's a nice room. And if it's not humbugging me, yar, I'm thinking that'll surely stay.
Now, by the grace of God, herself will be safe this night, with a man killed his father, holding danger from the door. And let you come, Michael James, but I'll have the best of drunk at the wake.
Begging your pardon, mister. What name should we call you, for we'd like to know?
Christopher Mon.
Well, God bless you, Christy, and a good rest till we meet again when the sun will be rising to the noon a day.
God bless y'all.
God bless us.
Are you wanting me to stop along with you, Peggy?
Don't you say you were fearing Father Riley?
There'd be no harm in staying now, I'm thinking. With himself in it, too.
You would stay when there was need for you, so let you step off nimble this time when there's none.
Didn't I say it was...
Go on in to Father Riley, and let him put you in the Holy Brotherhoods.
If I meet the widow...
Go on, I'm saying, and don't you waken this place with your guys. That lad would wear the spirits from the saints of peace. Let you stretch out now about a fire, young fella. You should be destroyed travelling.
I'm tired, surely. I'm walking wild 11 days. On wake and fearful in the night.
You must have had great people in your family, I'm taken, with the little smarter feet you have. And you with the kind of quality name that you'd find on the great powers and potentates of France and Spain.
We were great, surely, with wide and windy acres of rich Munster land.
Wasn't I telling you? And you, fine, handsome young fella, with a noble brow.
Is it me?
Aye. Did you never hear that from the young girls where you came from?
I did not then. Oh, they're bloody liars in the naked parish where I grew up, man.
There, itself. You've heard of these days I'm taken, and you walk in the world telling out your story to young girls and boys.
I've told me story no place till this night, Clegeen, like. And it's foolish I was here, maybe, to be talking free. But you're decent people I'm taking, and yourself. A kind of woman, but you wasn't there yet, huh?
You've said the like of that maybe in every cotton cabin where you've met a young girl on your way.
I've said it nowhere until this night, I'm telling you. For I see none the like of you the 11 long days I walk in the world, looking over a high ditch or a low ditch, on me north or south, going into stony scattered fields, or strides above, where you see young limber girls and fine prancing women making laughter with the men.
If you aren't destroyed walking, you'll have as much talking thinking as the poets of the Dingle Bay. But I've heard at times as the poets are your like fine, fiery fellows with great rages when their tempers rouse.
You've a power of rings, God bless you. And would there be any offence if I was asking, are you single now?
What would I want when I'm so young?
You're like so!
I never killed me father. I'd be afeard to do that. Except I was the like yourself with blind rage just tearing me within. But I'm thinking, you must have had great tussling when the end was come.
We had not done. Up to the day I killed me father, there wasn't a person in Ireland knew the kind I was. And I there, drinking, waking, eating, sleeping, a quiet, simple, poor fellow, with no man giving me heed.
It was the girls giving you heed, maybe.
Not the girls itself. And I won't tell you a lie. There wasn't anyone heeding me in that place, saving only the dumb beasts of the field.
And I've been thinking you should have been living the life of a king.
The life of a king, is it? And I, after toiling, moiling, digging and dodging, from dawn till dusk with never a sight of joy or sport, saving only when I'd be abroad in the dark night, poaching rabbits on hills, for I was a devil to poach, God forgive me, and I near got 6 months for going with a dung fork and stabbing a fish.
And it's not just kind of sport, is it? To be abroad in the darkness with yourself alone.
Oh, God help me. And there I'd be as happy as the sunshine of St. Martin's Day, watching the lights pass in the north, or the patches of fog, till I'd hear a rabbit starting to screech, and I'd go running in the furze. Then, when I'd had me full share, I'd come walking down the road, and before I'd pass the dunghill, I'd hear himself snaring out, a loud, lonesome snarl he'd be making all times the while he was sleeping, and he, a man to be raging all times the while he was waking, like a gaudy officer you'd hear cursing, damning, and swearing oaths.
Providence and mercy spare us all.
Absolutely, surely if you'd seen him. And he, after drinking for weeks, and rising up in the red dawn, or before it maybe, and going out into the yard as naked as an ash tree in the moon of May, and shying clods against the vision of the stars, till he put the fear of death into the piglets and the screeching sows.
And there was no one on it but the two of you alone.
The devil of one. No, he'd sons and daughters walking all great states and territories of the world. And not a one of them to this day would but spare their 7 curses on him, and they rousing to let a cough or sneeze maybe in the deadness of the night.
Well, you should have been a queer lot. I never cursed me father the like of that, though I'm 28 more years of age.
Then you'd have cursed mine, I'm telling you. And he, a man never gave peace to any, saving only when he'd get 2 months or 3, or be locked in the asylums for battering peelers or assaulting men. The way it was a bitter life he led me till I did up a Tuesday in half his skull.
Well, you'll have peace in this place, Christy man, and none to trouble you. And it's near time a fine lad like yourself should have your good share there.
It's time, surely. And I, a seemly fellow with great strength in me and bravery and glory and slave for knocking, and I'm in terror of the peelers and the walking dead.
Who's there? Me. Who's me? The widow Quinn. One now with your supper, and I don't want to be sleepy. But if she's found you such a warrant to talk, she'll be strewn down until it's on a day. What is it you're wanting this hour of the night?
I am after meeting with Sean Keogh and Father Riley below, who told me of their curiosity, ma'am. And fearing by this time he was maybe roaring, rubbing on your hands with drink.
Look now, is he roaring? And he, stretched out drowsy with his supper in his mug of ale, walk down and tell that to Father Riley and Sean Keogh.
Oh, I've not seen them again. For I have their word to lead that lad far to lodge with me.
This night is it?
Aye, this night. It isn't fitting, says the priest, to have his likeness, lodging with an orphaned girl. Thank you, mister.
God save you kindly.
Well, aren't you, little smiling fellow? It should have been great and bitter torments to arouse your spirits to a deed of blood.
It should, maybe.
It's more than maybe, I'm saying. And it would soften my heart to see a sin so simple with your cup and cake. And you fitter to be saying your catechism and slaying your dog.
There's talking. When any'd seen you spent to be holding his head high with the wonders of the world, walk on from this, for I'll not have him tormented. And he destroyed travelling since Tuesday was a week.
We'll be walking surely when his supper's done. And you'll find we're great company, young fella. When it's something like a you and me, you'd hear the penny poet singing in an August fair.
Did you kill your father?
She did not! She hit himself with a horn peck and the rusted poison dead corroded his blood the way he never overdid and died after. That was a sneaky kind of murder, did win small glories with the boys itself.
If it didn't, maybe all knows a widow woman has buried her children and destroyed her man is a wiser comrade for a young guy than a girl. The like of you, who'd go helter-skeltering after any man who'd let you a wink upon the road.
Oh, and you ever see that, Widow Quinn? And you gasping with the rage had racing the hair beyond the look on his face.
Yes, it's when Father Riley has wiseness to divide you now. There's great temptation in a man that slays that, and we best be going, so rise up and come with me.
He'll not stir! He's potboy in this place and I'll not have him stolen up and kidnapped with himself abroad.
It'd be a crazy potboy, lodge himself at the shebeen where he works by day. Till he see my little house scene, a perch up on the rise in hell.
Wait till the morning, Christy, man. Wait till you see her leaky thatch has grown more pasture for her buck good than her square of fields, and she without a tramp itself to keep in order her place at all.
When you see me contriving in my little gardens, Christy man, you'll swear the Lord God formed me to be living alone, for there isn't my match in male for thatching, or mowing, or shearing a sheep.
That's true, the Lord God's formed you to contrive indeed! Doesn't the word know you reared a black ram at your breast, so that the Lord Bishop of Connaught fed the elements of a Christian, and he eaten it after in a kidney stew?
Do you hear her, young fella? Do you hear the way she'll be rating at your own self when a week is by?
Don't eat her! Tell her to go into her pigsty and not plague us here.
I'm good, but he's coming with me.
Are you done, young fella?
God increase you. But I'm potboy in this place, and it's here I'd leave for staying.
Now you've heard him, and one from this.
It's lonesome this hour crossing the hill, and if he won't come with me, then I'd have a right this night to stop with yourselves. Let me stretch out on the table pegging Mike, and himself can lie by the hearth.
Faith, I won't. Go and talk, or I'll send you now.
Well, it's a terror to be aged a scar. God bless you now, young fella, and let you be wary there's right torment will await you if you go romancing with her like. And she waiting only, as they bade me say, on a sheepskin parchment to be wed with Shanty on
What's that she's after saying?
Lies and blather! You have no call to mind. Well, isn't that Sean Keogh an impudent fella to send up spying on me? Wait till I get my hands on him! Just let him wait
You're
and
not
see!
wedding him at all.
Oh, I wouldn't wed him if the Lord Bishop came for to wed us here.
That God and glory may be thanked for that.
There's your bed now. I've laid the credits upon you. I'm after credits in a while with my own two hands. And you'd best stretch out now for your sleep. And may God give you a good rest till I call you in the morning when the cocks will crow.
May God and Mary and St. Patrick bless you and reward you for your kindly talk. Well, that's a clean bed. Oh, and soft with it. And it's great luck and company I've won me in the end of time. Two fine women fighting for the likes of me. Till I'm thinking this night wasn't I a foolish fellow not to have killed me father in the years gone by. Now, nice and decent for her evening use. And isn't it grand brushes she has? Oh. Well, this would be a fine place to be me whole life, talking out with swearing Christians in place of me old dogs and cat. And I stalking around, smoking me pipe, and never a day's work but drawing a cork in odd time, or wiping a glass, or rinsing a shiny tumbler for a decent man. Didn't I know rightly I was handsome? And I'll be growing fine from this out, the way I'll have a soft, lovely skin on me, and won't be the like of the clumsy young fellows do we ploughing all times in the earth and dung. Is she coming again? Stranger girls, God help me, where'll I hide myself?
There's nobody in it. Is it be early for them both be walking the hill? I'm thinking Sean Q is making game of us, and there's no such man in it at all.
Look at that! He's been sleeping there tonight! Well, it'll be a hard case if he's gone off now. The way we'll never set our eyes on a man killed his father. And we after rising early and destroying ourselves from infest in the hell.
Are you thinking them's his boots?
Yes, they are. They'd have his father's check on them. Did you never read in the paper the way murdered men do bleed and trip?
Oh. Is that blood there, Sir Tansy?
It's bog water, I'm thinking. But it says they are surely, for I've never seen the like of them. For the weighty mud, and the red mud, and the turf on them, and the fine sands of the sea. That man's been booking, I'm telling you.
Maybe he's standing after Benwillet with Michael James. And you'd have a right sort to follow after him, Sarah Tansy. And you the one yoked the ass cart and drove 10 miles to set your eyes on a man midst the yellow lady's knot.
Chicken! There's a part of Fetney well, and I'll be careful for walking to the praise.
When you'll be ashamed of this place, going up winter and summer with
Nothing worthwhile to confess at all.
Wait! There's someone inside the room!
Mister? Mister? Let's begin with it.
She's above on the hill seeking the nanny goats, the way she'd have a sup of goat's milk for her to colour me tea.
I'm asking your pardon. Does it choose the man that killed his father?
I am, God help me.
I'm with a bolt to you and run up with a brace of duck's eggs. For your food today begins ducks' nuggets. At least I've a real red start. Hold out your hand and you'll see it's no lame in me.
They're a great and weighty size.
And I run up with the patch of butter, for it'd be a poor thing to have you eating your spuds dry, and you after running a great way to destroy your dog.
Thank you kindly.
And I brought you a little cat of cake, for you should have a thin stomach on you, and you that late and walk in the world.
And I brought you a little layer put, boiled in
all she is, was crushed in the fall of night by the curate's car. Feels bad to that breast, mister.
It's worse than sure.
Will you pinch it? Is it your right hand too sacred for it to use at all? It's a glassy hand! I've never to this day seen a man with a rotten glass head to his back. There's a kiss of fathers of pain, Maud, surely.
I'm very thankful to you.
Sarah! Stupid! Honor! Die! What in glory's name has your hair, and thus are the days? I know well it's the man. And I'm after putting him in the sports below for racing and leveling, pitching in the Lord knows what.
That's right, Mother Queen. I've got my dowry that he'd lick the world.
If you will, you'd have a right to have him fresh and nourished, and play some nurse in a feast. Are you fasting or fed, young fella?
Fasting, if you please.
Well, you're the lot. Start up now and get him his breakfast.
Oh. All right.
Come here to me, and let you tell us your story before Peggy Brookham, and places grinning your ears off like the moon of May.
It's a long story. You'd be destroyed listening.
Don't be letting on to be shy. A fine, gamey, treacherous lad that like we all. What's the digger house beyond that you cracked his skull?
It was not. We were digging spuds in his cold, sloping, stony devil's patch of the field.
And you weren't asking money of him?
I did not.
Or making talk of getting a wife for driving from his farm?
I did not, then. But,
You squinting idiot!
says he,
Let you walk down now and tell the priest you'll wed the widow Casey in a score of days.
And what kind was she?
a walking terror from beyond the hills. 25 years. And 200 weights and 5 pounds in the weighing scale. With a limping leg on her and a blinded eye. And she, a woman of noted misbehavior with the old and young.
Glory be! And what are you on driving yet to wed with her?
He was letting on I was wanting a protector from the harshness of the world. And he, without a thought the whole while, but how he'd have her hut to live in and her gold to drink.
There's maybe worse than a dry hearth than a widow woman and your glass of wine. So you hit him then?
I did not. I won't wed her, says I, when all know she did suckle me for 6 weeks when I came into the world. Hag to stay, with her tongue on her as the crows and seabirds scattered, the way they wouldn't cast a shadow on her garden with the dread of her curse.
That one should be right company.
I don't mind her. So did you kill him then?
She's too good for the like of you,
Says he.
Go on now, or I'll have the devil making garters of your limbs tonight.
Will not if I can help it, says I.
Go on,
Says he.
or I'll flan you out like a crawling beast is passed under a drain.
You will not if I can help it, says I.
You're right, Shirley.
He gave a drive with the scythe. I gave it left to the east, turned around with me back to the north. Then I hit a blow on the ridge of his skull, laid him stretched out, and he split to the knob of his gullet.
Oh, well, you're bad, Shirley. That's your bad story.
Lord God.
Send him this road to make a second husband to the widow.
She was a great yearning to be wedded, though I'll dread her here.
Left him underneath our tiny stone face.
Your hero, Shirley, and let you drink a sapine with your arms linked like the outlandish lovers in a sailor song. There now, drink a health to the wonders of the Western world. Pirates, preachers, poteen makers, with the juggle jockeys, parchment peelers, and the juries fill their stomachs on judgment to the English law.
That's a right toe, Sarah Tansy. Now, Christy.
What is it you're wanting? An ounce of tobacco? Have you tuppence? Yeah, I forgot in my purse.
Then you're buffing and then fooling us here. And what is it you're wanting, Widow Quinn?
A pennyworth of starch? And you without a white shifter shirt in your whole family since the drying of the flood? I've no starch for the like of you, and let you walk on now to Killamuck.
Well, you're mighty huffy this day, Peggy Mike. And you, young fella, Let's not forget the sport and racing when the noon is by.
Oh, that rubbish! Then put the cups away! Shove me in that bench by the wall! That glass on the nail! What disturbed it at all?
I was making myself decent only, Peggy, Mike. And this a fine country for young, lovely girls.
Wish you're talking of girls!
Wouldn't any wish to be decent?
Wish, I'm saying!
It was with a spade the like of that I killed me father.
You told me that story 6 times since the dawn of day.
It's a queer thing you wouldn't care to be hearing it. And them girls after walking 4 miles to be listening to me now.
4 miles?
Didn't himself say there are only bona fides living in the place?
It's bona fides by the road they are. That lot came over the river lepping the stones. It's not tree purchase when you go like that. And I was down this morning looking on the papers. The post boy does have in his bag. And there was great news this day, Christopher Mon.
Is it news of me murder?
Murder indeed.
A murder, da?
There was not. But a story for a half a page with the hanging of a man. Ah, that should be a fearful end, young fella. And worst of all, for a man destroyed his da. But like a Hamlet, it's small mercies. And when it's dead, yes, they'd put him in a narrow grave with cheap sack and wrapping him round and pour down quick lime on his head, the way you'd see a plump woman pouring any fish fresh from a cup.
Oh, God help me! Are you thinking I'm safe? You were saying at the fall of night I was shot at jeopardy, and I here with yourselves.
You ought to be shot at jeopardy no place let me go talking with a pack of wild girls. The like of them do be walking abroad with the peelers, talking whispers at the fall of night.
But you're thinking they tell?
Who knows, God help ya.
What joy would they have to bring hanging to the likes of me?
It's quite a choice they have. And who knows the things they do. If it'd make the greenstones cry itself to see you swaying and squiggling at the bottom of a rope. And you with a fine stout neck, God help you, though you'd be half an hour in great anguish getting your death.
If there's that terror of them, it'd be best maybe I went on wandering, like Esau or Cain and Abel.
It would, baby. But I've heard the circuit judges this place is a heartless crew.
It's more than judges this place is a heartless crew. And isn't it a poor thing to be starting again? And I, a lonesome fellow, would be looking out on women and girls, the way the needy fallen spirits do be looking on the Lord.
What call of you to be lonesome when there's powder girls walking Mayo and they're thousands now?
It's well you know what call I have. It's well you know it's a lonesome thing to be passing small towns with the light shining sideways when the night is down. Or going in strange places with a dog nosing before you and a dog nosing behind. Or being drawn to the cities where you'd hear a voice kissing and talking deep love in every shadow of the ditch. And you passing on with an empty, hungry stomach failing from your heart.
I'm thinking you're an odd man, Christy man. The oddest looking fella I've ever set me eyes on from this hour today.
What would any be but odd men and they living lonesome in the world?
I'm not odd, and I'm me whole life with me father only.
How would a lovely, handsome woman the like of you be lonesome? When all men should be thronging around to hear the sweetness of your voice. And the little infant children should be pestering your steps, I'm thinking, and you walking the roads.
I'm hard set to know what way a coaxing fella like yourself should be lonesome either.
Coaxing?
Would you have me think a man never talked with the girls at the words you've spoken today? It's only letting on you're to be lonesome, the way you'd get around me now.
I wish to God I was letting on, but I was lonesome all times, and born lonesome I'm thinking as the moon at dawn.
Well, it's a story I'm not understanding at all, Christy man. Why, you'd be any worse than another. And you a fine lad with a great savagery to destroy your dad.
Little I'm understanding myself, saving only let me heart scald with this thing. And I will be going off, stretching out the world, the way I won't be waking near you another dawn of the year till the two of us do arise to hope or judgment with the saints of God. And now, I'd best be going with me wattle in me hand, for hanging is a poor thing, and its little welcome only has left me in this house today.
Christy! Come here to me. Lay down that switch and throw some salt on the fire. You're pot boy in this place, and I'll not have you a mitch off from us. us now.
You were saying I'd be hanged if I stayed.
I'm after going down and reading the pay for crimes of Ireland for 2 weeks or 3. And there wasn't a word of your murder. They've likely not found the body. You're safe so with ourselves.
It's making game of you, her, and I can stay so?
What's to hinder you from staying? Except the widow woman, for the young girls will inveigle you off.
And I'll have your words from this day filling me ears. And that look has come upon you, meeting me 2 eyes. And I watching you loafing around in the warm sun, or rinsing your ankles when the night is down.
I'm thinking you'll be a loyal young lad out working around. And if you vexed me a while since with your legging with the girls, I wouldn't give a thraneen for a lad who hadn't a mighty spirit in him and a gamey heart.
I was passing alone, I seen your mountain of sheep and cabbages in Jimmy's field. Run up or they'll be bursting, surely.
Oh, God, rid them!
I'd best go to her aid, maybe. I'm handy with yous.
She can do that much. And there Shadeen has long speeches for to tell you now.
Do you see that, mister?
The half a ticket to America?
I'll give it to you. And my new hat. And my breeches with the double seat. And my new coat. It's woven from the blackest shearings from 3 miles round. I'll give you the whole of them. And my blessing, and the blessing of Father Riley itself, maybe, if you quit off from this and leave us in the peace we had till last night at the fall of dark.
And for what is it you're wanting to get shot at me?
I'm a poor scholar with middling faculties to coin a lie, so I'll tell you the truth, Christy Mon. I'm wedding with Peggy beyond, and I don't think well of having a clever, fearless man the likes of you dwelling in her house.
And you're using bribery for to punish me?
Let you not take it badly, Mr. Honey. Isn't beyond the best place for you? Well, you'll have golden chains and shiny coats, and you riding on hunters with the ladies of the land.
It's true for him. And you best quit off and not have that poor girl sitting her mind on you. For there Shadeen said she wouldn't suit you. Though all saying that she'll wed you now.
She wouldn't suit you, and she with the devil's own temper, the way you'd be strangling one another in a score of days. It's the likes of me only that she's suited for. A quiet, simple fellow wouldn't raise a hand to her if she scratched it itself.
Let them close on you anyhow, young fella. And he may be loaning to you for the sports. Spend the morning you can give your answer when you haven't tried.
I will then. I'd like herself to see me in them tweeds and hat.
He'd like herself to see them. He'll not leave us, widow queen. He's a score of devils in him, the way it's well I certain he will wed Peggy.
It's true. All girls are fond of courage and do hate the like of you.
Oh, widow queen, what'll I be doing now? Oh! I'd inform again but he'd be bursting from Kilmainham and he'd be sure and certain to destroy me. Oh! If I wasn't so God-fearing, I'd near have courage to come behind him and run a pike into his side. Oh! Oh! Widow Queen, will you find me some contrivance when I promise to wed you?
I use a small thing. But what would you give me if I did what me did say you so?
You?
Aye! Would you give me a red cow that you have, and a mountain ran, and a load of Danny to Michaelmas, and turbery upon the western hill?
I would surely, and I give you the ring I have, and the loan of a new suit the way you'd have him decent on the wedding day. I give you 2 kids for your dinner, and a gallon of poteen, and I call a piper on the lawn car to your wedding from Cross Merlina, and
That was a wish! If you'd seen yourself now, I'm thinking you'd be too proud to speak to us at all, and it'd be a pity surely to have your like sailing from Mayo to the western world.
I'm not going. If this is a poor place itself, I'll make myself contented to be lodging here.
Well, I'm going down Metro in the race course while the tide is low, so I'll leave you the garments and my blessing for the sports today. God bless.
God bless.
Well, you're mighty rosy young fella. Sit
down now while you're quiet. So you talk with me.
I'm going abroad on the hillside for to seek Peggy.
You have time and plenty for to see Peggy. And you heard me saying at the fall of night, the two of us should be great company.
From this out I'll have no one to company, when all sorts is bringing me their food and clothing. The way they'd set their eyes upon a gallant orphan, cleft to his father with one blow to the breeches belt. Saints of glory, holy angels from the throne of light!
What is ya?
It's the walking spirit of me murdered dad!
Is it the tramper?
Where will I hide myself?
God save you, my poor man!
Did you see a young lad passing this way in the fall of night?
Well, you're a queer kind to come in not saluting at all.
Did you see the young lad?
What kind was he?
Ugly young streeler with a murderous gob on him and a little switch in his hand.
Seen him coming this way at the fall of night.
There's hundreds do be passing these days for the Sligo boat. For what is it you wanted him, my poor man?
I want to destroy him for breaking the head on me with the clout of a spade. It was he did that. I'm tired. Great wonder. Do you think I've traced him 10 days with that rented me crown?
That was a bad blow. And who hit you? A robber, maybe?
It was me own son hit me. Not he the divil a robber, or anything else, but the dirty, stuttering lout.
You best be wary of the mortified scalp, I think they call it. Lapping around with that wound in the splendour of the sun. That was a bad blow, surely. And you should have vexed him fearful to make him strike that gash in his dad.
Is it me?
Aye! And isn't it a great shame? Old and hard and do torment the young.
Torment him, is it? And I, after holding out with the patience of a martyred saint, till there's nothing but destruction on me. And I'm driven out in me old age with none to aid me.
It's a sacred wonder the way that wickedness will spoil a man.
Me wickedness, is it? And I, after saying it was himself, has me destroyed. And he, a liar on walls, the talker of folly, a man you'd see stretched half of the day in the brown ferns with his belly to the sun.
Not working at all.
Devil of work. But if he did himself, you'd see him raising up the haystack, like the stalk of a rush, or driving our lost cow till he broke her leg at the hip. When he wasn't at that, he'd be making mugs of his own self in the bit of glass we had hung on the wall.
And what way was he so foolish? And he was running wild after the girls, maybe.
Running wild, is it? If he'd seen a red petticoat come swinging over the hills, he'd be off dying the sticks. And you'd see him shooting out his sheep's eyes between the little twigs of the leaves, looking through a gap. Girls, indeed.
It was drink, maybe.
A hard fellow would get drunk in the smell of a pint. He'd a queer, rotten stomach, I'm telling you. And when I gave him 3 pulls from me pipe a while since, he was taken with contortions, till I had to send him in the ass cart to the female's nurse.
Well, I never to this day heard tell of a man the like of that.
I'd take a mighty oath you didn't, surely. Wasn't he the laughing joke of every female woman in Far Baronies? The way the girls would stop their weeding if they seen him coming the road, to let her roar at him, and call him the loony of mans.
Well, I'd give the world and all to see the like of him. What kind was he?
A small little fellow.
And dark.
Dark and dirty.
I'm thinking I'd seen him.
An ugly young blackguard.
A hideous, fearful villain and a spit of you!
What way has he fled?
Gone over the hills to catch a coasting steamer to the north or south.
Can I pull off on him now?
If you'll cross the sand below where the tide is out, you'll be in it as soon as himself. For he had to go round 10
saying to me now?
She'll knock the head to you, I'm taking and drag you from the door. God help her to be taking you for a wonder. And you, little schemer, making up the story that you destroyed your dad.
To be letting on he was dead, and coming back to his life and following after me like an old weasel tracing a rat. And coming in here and laying desolation between me own self and the fine women of Ireland. And he, a kind of carcass that should fling upon the sea.
Oh, there's talking for a man's one only son.
His one son, is it? And may I meet him with one tooth in it aching, and one eye to be seeing 7 and 70 devils in the twists of the road, and one old timber leg on him to limp into the scalding grave. There he is now crossing the strands, and that the Lord God would raise a high wave to wash him from the world.
Have you no shame? What ails you? Mere crying, is it?
I'm in tie after seeing the love light of the star of knowledge shining from her brow, and hearing words would put you thinking on the holy Bridget speaking with the infant saints. And now she'll be turning again, and speaking hard words to me like an old woman with a spam in the ass she'd have urging on a hill.
There's talking for a girl you can see itching and scratching, and she with the steel stick cappuccino on her from selling in the shop.
It's her like is fitted to be handling merchandise in the heavens above. And what'll I be doing now, I ask you? And I, a kind of wonder, was jilted by the heavens when a day was by.
You'll be doing like myself, I'm thinking. For I'm above many's the day, at times in great spirits, abroad in the sunshine, darning a stocking or stitching a shift. And odd times again, looking out on the schooners is sailing the sea and I thinking on all the gallant hairy fellows is drifting beyond, and myself long years living alone.
You're like me so.
I am your like, and it's for that I'm taking a fancy to you. And I with my little house scene, whether it be myself to tend to you, and none to ask were you a murderer, what at all?
And what would I be doing if I left Pekin?
I have nice jobs you could be doing. Gathering shells to make a whitewash for a hut within. Building up a little goose house, or stretching a new skin on an old carrack I have. And if my hut's far from all sides, it's there you'll meet the wisest old men, I tell you, at the corner of my wheel. And it's there yourself and me will have great times, whispering and hugging.
Is it Pekin?
It's the young girls I'm thinking, coming to take you to the sports below. And what is it you'll have me tell them now?
Aid me for to win Pekin, for it's herself only that I'm seeking now. Aid me for to win her, and I'll be asking God to stretch a hand to you in the hour of death, and lead you shortcuts through the meadows of ease, and up the floor of heaven to the footstool of the Virgin Son.
Oh, there's praying.
Will you swear to aid and save me for the love of Christ?
If I aid you, will you swear to give me a right away I want? And a mountainy ram? And a load of dung and mickle mass the time that you'll be master here?
I will by the elements and stars of night.
Then we won't say a word to the old fella, the way that Peggy Ian won't know your story till the end of time.
And if he chances to return?
We swear he's a maniac and not your dad. I could take an oath I'd seen him raving on the sands today.
Christy! Come on, get the work now! Peggy says you're to come. The lesson's beginning, and we've a jockey suit to fit upon you for the mule race in the sands below. Come on, Christy!
I will then, if Pekin's beyond.
She's on the road, making game of shunny.
Then I'll be going to her now.
worst comes an end at all, it'll be great gain to see there's none to pity him but a widow woman, the like of me, has buried her children and destroyed her man.
Did you see herself?
I did not. But I sent Sean Keogh with the ass cart for to bear him home. Well, isn't he a nasty man to get into such staggers at a morning wig? And is it herself the devil's daughter for locking? And she's so fussy after that young gaffer. You might take your death with drought and none to heed you.
It's little wonder she'd be fussy. And he, after bringing bankrupt ruin on the roulette man, and the trick of the loop man, and breaking the nose of the cockshot man, and winning all in the sports below, racing, lepping, dancing, and the Lord knows what. He's right luck, I'm telling you.
If he has, he'll be rightly hobbled yet. And he not able to say 10 words without making a brag of the way he killed his father, and the great blow he hit.
A man can't hang by his own informant, and his father should be rocked by now.
Supposing a man's digging spuds in that field with a long spade, and supposing he flings up the two halves of that skull, what will be said then in the papers and the courts of law?
They'd say it was an old Dane, maybe, was drowned in the flood. Did you never hear tell of the skulls they have in the city of Dublin? Ranged out like blue jugs in a cabin in Connaught.
And you believe that?
Didn't a lad see them? And he after coming from harvesting in a Liverpool boat. They have them there, says he, making a show of the great people there was one time walking the world. White skulls, and black skulls, and yellow skulls, and some with full teeth, and some haven't only but one.
It was no lie, maybe. For when I was a young lad, there was a graveyard beyond the house, with the remnants of a man who had ties as long as your arm. He was a horrid man, I'm telling you. And there was many a fine Sunday I'd put him together for fun. And he with shiny bones, you wouldn't meet the like of these days in the cities of the world.
You wouldn't, is it? Lay your eyes on that skull and tell me when and where there was another the like of it. Splintered only from the blow of a spade.
Glory be to God, and who hit you at all?
'Twas me own son hit me. Would you believe that?
No. Well, there's wonders hidden in the heart of a man.
In what way was it done?
I'm after walking hundreds and long scars of miles, winning clean beds and a fill in me belly 4 times indeed. And I do nothing but telling stories of that naked truth. Give me a subpoena, and I'll tell you now.
Ask her Sylvia. She's the stuff in her shawl.
You here, is it? You didn't go far at all.
I I seen the coasting steamer passing and got a drought upon me and a cramping leg. So I said the devil go along with him and turned again. And now, let you give me a supping, for I destroyed travelling since Tuesday was a week.
Sit down then by the fire and take your ease for a space. You have a right to be destroyed with all your walking and talking and facing the sun. There now is a drink for you, and may it be to your happiness and length of life.
God increase you.
Do you know what? That man is raving from his wounds today. For I met him a while since down around a day. A tinker had him destroyed. Then he heard of Christ's dead, and he up and says it was his son at Grant's skull. Oh, is it madness of right? For here go killing someone yet, and he it was a man that struck him so.
It's a fright.
And when the killing horses agreed while, did he ate the insides of a clock and died after?
Did he see Christy?
He didn't. And let you know that you can might well your lightning is started there's a rocket.
And how are you feeling, mister? Are you content with now?
I'm hardly only, for it's a hard story the way I'm left today. And it was I did tend him from his hour of birth, and he a dunce never reached his second book. The way he'd come from school many's a day, blackened with his beatings like a tinker's ass. It's a hard story I'm saying, the way some do have their necks and knives, raising up the hand of murder on them.
To hear you talking so quiet, who'd know you were the same man we'd seen pass today?
I'm the same, surely. The rack and ruin of 60 years. And it's a terror to live that length, I tell you. And to have your sons going to the dogs against you. And you wore out, scolding them, and scamping them, and God knows what.
He's not raving. Will you ask him what kind was his son?
Was your son that hit you a lad of 1 year and a score, maybe? And a great hand at racing, and lepping and licking the world?
Didn't you hear me say he was a fool of men? The way from this out, he knew the Arpins lot, with all them young making game at him, and they swearing, raging, kicking at him like a mangy cur. Oh, what's in the name of God did he come from out below?
They're cheering a young lad, the champion Playboy of the Western world.
It's very brave, I think. It's a racing they are.
Hey, Tess then. They're mountain him for the mule race. That's the Playboy and the Winkered Mule.
You said it was an idiot he was. I'd have laid a mighty oath he was the likeness of me wandering son. I'm thinking I'll go walking for to view the race.
You will not! You best take the road to Belmont and not be dilly-dallying here where there's such a spot you can sleep.
Don't mind her. Out there on the bench and you'll get to view the whole.
That's all right. He's leading. Who is he, Tom?
That lad's the champion of the world, I tell you, and there isn't a thing as it fallen lucky into his hands today.
Look at that! They're pressing her now. He'll win it yet. Take your time, Jimmy Farrell. It's too soon to say.
What's him taking the gate? There's Ryden.
Aye.
Aye! More power to the young lad!
He's passing the turn.
We'll let them yet.
He'll lick him out if he was running races with a star and
you owe to reason that man's himself. This man surely will go cheer him. Oh, I'm raving with that madness that would fright the world. There was one time I seen 10 scarlet devils letting on the incorporeal spirit in a gallon can. And one time I seen rats as big as badgers sucking the lifeblood from the butt of me ear. I never till this day confused that dribbling idiot with a likely man. I'm destroyed surely.
And who'd wonder when it's your brain pan is gaping now?
Then the blight of the sacred drought upon myself and him, for I never went mad to this day. And I'm not 3 weeks with the Limerick girls drinking myself silly and parlatic from dusk till dawn. Is me visage astray?
Oh, it is then. You're a sniggering maniac a child could see.
Then I'd best be going to the powerhouse beyond. And there'll be a welcome before me, I tell you. And I am terrible and fearful case. The way that there I was one time, screeching in a straightened waistcoat, with 7 doctors writing out my sayings in a printed book. Would you believe that?
If you're a wonder itself, you best be hasty. For them lads caught a maniac once, and pelted the poor creature, till he ran out raving and foaming, and was drowned at sea.
It's true. Mankind is the devil when your head's astray. Let me out now, and I'll pass down the road and not see them so.
That's it! Run to the right and not a one will see!
You're at some gaming, Widow Quinn. But I'll walk after him, and give him his dinner, and a time to rest, and I'll see then if he's raving or as sane as you.
If you go near that lad, let you be wary of your head, I'm saying! Didn't you hear him telling he was crazed at times?
Oh, I heard him telling a power, and I'm thinking, we'll have right sport before the night will fall.
Billy's a conceited and foolish man. How could that madman have his senses and his brain pan slit?
I'll follow after him and see him turn on Philly now.
Here's his prizes!
A fiddle! Played by poets in years gone by.
If you'd seen me a while since striking me one single blow.
Take notice, last event of his day, dog the war and war between me.
Times from the sort, while you can win that wealth of praises. And you, sweating and hated moon.
I'll have great times if I win the crowning prize I'm seeking now. And that's your promise, that you'll wed me in a fortnight when our bands is called.
You've right daring to ask me that, when all knows you'll be started to some girl in your townland when your father's rotten in 4 months or 5.
Starting from you, I said. I will not then. And when the airs is warming in 4 months or 5, it's then yourself and me should be pacing naked in the dews of night. The time sweet smells do be rising, and you'd see a little shiny new moon maybe sinking on the hills.
And it's that kind of poacher's love you'd make, Christy man, on the sides of Nathan when the night is down.
Little you'll think if we loves the poachers, or in earls itself, when you feel me 2 hands stretched around you, and I squeezing kisses on your puckered lips. Cause I feel a kind of for the Lord God is all ages, sitting lonesome in his golden chair.
That'd be right fun, Christy, man. And any girl would walk her heart out before she'd meet a young man with your leg, or eloquence, or talk.
Oh, let you wait to hear me talking to a stray heiress, drinking a sup from a well, and making mighty kisses with our wetted mouths, or gaming in a gap of sunshine, with yourself stretched back unto your necklace in the flowers of the earth.
I'd be nice, so is it.
If the mitre bishop seen you that time, they'd be the like of the holy prophets, I'm thinking. Do be straining the bars of paradise to lay eyes on the Lady Helen of Troy, and she abroad pacing back and forward with a nosegay in her golden shawl.
And what is it I have, Christy, man, to make me fit an entertainment for the like of you, that has such poets talking and such bravery of heart?
Isn't there the light of 7 heavens in your heart alone? The way you'll be an angel's lamp to me from this out, and I abroad in the darkness, spearing salmons in the odour of a carramore.
If I was your wife, I'd be along with you those nights, Christy, man. Though you'd see I was a great hand at coax and bailiffs, or coining funny nicknames for the stars of night.
You, is it? Taking your death in the hailstones, or the fogs of dawn?
Yourself and me would shed it easy in a narrow bush. But we're only talking, maybe. But this would be a poor, thatched place to wood a fine lad as the like of you.
If I wasn't a good Christian, it's on me naked knees I'd be saying me prayers and paters to every jackstraw you have roof on your head, and every stony pebble is paving the laneway to your door.
But that's the truth. I'll be burning candles from this out to the miracles of God have brought you from the south today. And I, with my gowns but ready, though I can wed you, not wait at all.
It's miracles, and that's the truth. Me there toiling a long while, and walking a long while, not knowing at all I was all Thames drawing near to this holy day.
And myself, a girl was tempted off to double sail in the seas, till I marry a Jew man with 10 cakes of gold, not knowing the whole time there was the like of you drawing near like the stars of God.
And to think I am long years hearing women talking that talk to all bloody fools, and this, the first time I've heard the like of your voice talking sweetly for me own delight.
But to think it's me talking sweetly, Christy, man, and I the fright of 7 tonguelets for my biting tongue. Well, the heart's so wonder, and I'm ticking. There won't be a like in Mayo for gallant lovers from this hour today. Here's some father from wig, and when he's had his sleep, we'll tell him he's peaceful then.
And brought us back as prisoners on Sparta caravan town. And there we lay wailing, all in the prison bound. The blessed of God and the holy angels on your head, young fellow. I here tell you're after winning all in the sparks, fellow. And wasn't it a shame I didn't bear you along with me to Kate Cassidy's wake? A fine stout lad the like of you, for you'd never see the match of it for blows a drink. The way when we sunk our bones at noonday, there were 5 men. Aye, and 6 men stretched out, wretched, speechless on holy stones.
That's the truth.
It is then. And aren't you a louty schemer to go burying your poor father unbeknownst, when you've the right to throw him on the crupper of a carry mule and drive him westwards? The way we could have given him a decent burial, and not have him rotting beyond, and not a Christian drinking a smart drop to the glory of his soul.
Well enough he's lying for the likes of him.
Well, aren't you a hardened slayer? It'd be a poor thing for the household man where you go sniffing for a female wife. And look beyond at the shy and decent Christian I have chosen for my daughter's hand. And to think, the guild spensations come this day for to wed them now.
And you'll be wedding them this day, is it?
Aye! Are you thinking if I'm drunk at 7, I'd leave my daughter living single with a frisky little rascal like you?
Has it the truth that the dispensations come?
Father Riley's after reading in the Dalhousie Latin, and it's come in the nick of time, says he, so I'll wed them in a hurry, bidding that young gaffer who capsized the Star.
He's just his nick of time, but it's that lad, Christy man, that I'm wedding now.
You'll be making me a son to him, and he wet and crusted with his father's blood.
Aye! Wouldn't it be a better thing for the girl to go marrying the like of Shameen, and he a middling kind of scarecrow with no fine words or savagery in at all?
Aren't you a heathen daughter to be shaking the fag of me heart, and I swamped and drowned it with the weight of drink? Have you not a word to aid me, Shameen? Are you not jealous at all?
I be afeard to be jealous of a man who slayed his dad.
Well, it'd be a potter thing for the girl to go marrying your like. I'm seeing there's a world to pair for an orphaned girl, and isn't it a great blessing I didn't with ya, but her himself came walking from the south.
It's a queer story you'd go picking a dirty tramp up from the highways of the world.
And do you think you're a likely boy to go stringing along with, when it's sooner on a bollocks than ever you'd put a girl taking than on a lily or the rose?
Have you no mind of my weight of passions? Or the holy dispensation? Or the drift of heifers I'm given? Or the golden ring?
I'm taking you to find the like of me, Sean Keogh of Killikeen. I'll let you walk off now till you find a radiant lady with droves of bullocks on the plains of meat, and yourself be dazzled in the diamond jewelries of Pharaoh's ma. That'd be your match, Shameen. So God save you now.
Won't you hear what I'm telling you?
Take yourself from this, young fellow, or I'll maybe add a murder to me deeds today.
Ah! Murder? Is it mad, you sir? You'll be making murder in this place, and it piled with pot cheap for a drink tonight? Go on to the foreshore if it's fighting you want, where the rising tide will wash away all traces from the memory of man.
I'll not fight on Michael James. I'd liefer live a bachelor, simmering in passions to the end of time, than face a leaven savage, the likes of him, has descend from Lord knows where. Fight him yourself, Michael James, or you'll lose my drift of heifers and my blue bowl from Sneed.
Is it me to fight him, when his father's slaying his bread too now? Go on, you fool, and fight him now!
Will I strike him with me hand?
Take the spades on your western side.
I'd be afeard of the gallows if I struck him with that.
Then I'll make you face the gallows, or quit off on this!
Well, fine weather be after him. And I'm thinking you wouldn't wish to have that quaking blackguard in your house at all. Let you give us your blessing, and hear her swear her faith to me. For I'm mounted on the spring tide of the stars of luck, the way it'll be good for any to have me in their house.
Bless us now, but I swear to God I'll wed him, and I'll not renege.
Well, it's the will of God that all should rear up lengthy families for the nurture of the earth. And as many would be in dread to bring your like into their house, for to end them maybe with a sudden end. But I'm a decent man, Clary, and I'd liefer face the grave untimely, and I seen a score of grandsons growing little galleon swearers by the name of God, and go people in my bedside with puny weeds. Like you'd breathe, I'm thinking of a Shameen Keogh. A daring fellow's the jewel of the world, and a man did split his father's middle with a single clout, should have the bravery of 10. So, may God and Mary and St. Patrick bless you and increase you from this mortal day.
Amen.
Who are you?
He's fat, God forgive me.
Was it rose from the dead?
Do you think I look so easy quenched with the top of a spade?
He's not me father. He's a raving maniac. Herself knows it is true. You're fooling, Peggy.
The widow conceived in this day, and you lately knew. You're a liar!
As himself was a liar, lying stretched out with an open head on him, letting on he was dead.
Weren't you off race in the hills before I got me bread with a start I had seen you turn on me at all?
You've seen me doing, Sister. For why would
would you be in such a scorch of hate to spur me to destruction now?
That's now your treachery is spurring me!
Hey,
Aye! Till I'm heartsick to think you're the one I'm after. Lacing in me heartstrings, hopping our goodbye. Take him on from this!
Rise up to regiment!
will you protect me now?
I try to let God tell me my share is done.
Let me go! Let me go, I'm saying!
I will meet when your legs is dipping and your back is blue.
For if you're after making a mighty man of me this day, by the power of an eye, you've set me to think, if it's a poor thing to be lonesome, it's worse maybe to go mixing with the fools of earth. Lest I do show a blow under the latia, which set the guardian angels winking in the clouds above. Run from the idiot! Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm after hearing me voice this day, saying words would raise the top knot on a poet in a merchant's town. I've won your racing, and you're left.
Shut your gullet and come on with me.
I'm going, but I'll stretch you first.
It's for me to come here and eat the wickedest and worst with me. Let you take it, Peggy Mike.
What is it?
Come on to the pillars till they stretch, you know.
Me? for hanging's an easy and speedy end.
And what did you say to me? And after doing it this time in the face of all.
I'll see. There's a great gap between a gallus story and a dirty deed. Take a on from this.
Heat the poker, will ya?
Blame good eye, young fella, or I'll scorch ya.
You're blowing for to torture me. That's your kind, is it? Then let the lot of me weary. Or if I have to face the gallows today, I'll have a giddy march down, I'm telling ya, and shed the blood of some of you before I die.
Keep it good hold, Billy. Ah, me legs bit on me! Ah! It's the like of a mad dog, the way that I'll surely die! Oh!
The way you can shake out, hell's flags are welcome for me coming in 2 weeks or 3. For I'm taking Satan, as in many have killed their dog, in Kerry, and in Mayo too!
Bring the poker, will ya?
God save you now.
Glory be to God! What are you looking what's coming? Are you coming to me for the 3rd time or what ails ya?
Isn't they how you died?
They're taking me to be hanged for slaying you.
It's the will of God that all should guard their little cabins from the treachery of law. And what would my daughter be doing if I was ruined or hanged itself?
It's little I care if you put a bag on her back and went picking cockles to the hour of death. But me son and myself will be going in our way. 3 times from this out, telling stories without filling of meal. And the fools is here. Come on now.
Go with you, is it? I will then, like a gallant captain with his heathen slave, and I'll see you from this day stewing the oatmeal and washing me spuds, for I'm master of all fights from now. Go on, I say it.
Is it me?
Not a word out to you. Go on from this.
Glory be to God. I am crazy again.
Blessings upon all that's here. For you've turned me a likely gaffer in the end of all. The way I'll go romancing through a romping lifetime, from this hour to the dawn of